Now we're going live. Yay! It's 8:15, and you know what that means. It's time for games. So we've got myself, I'm Bez. We've got Tom Cauldron.
Hello, I'm Tom.
And Tom's the designer of Categorical and other games that will hopefully be forthcoming. We've got Jason, who is an improvisational composer who plays around with crazy things and randomness and chance and is finishing off a PhD. And we've got Chris Backey. Bocky?
Hello. Bocky rhymes with hockey or hockey or rocky.
And Chris Bocky is a digital nomad going around currently in Poland, as opposed to the other three of us who all live in actually sunny today, England. Not that we could take massive advantage of the sun.
Y'all.
I know, completely typical. We get to go in lockdown, and suddenly the first Easter in a long time, it's sunny.
So today,
the lockdown has lasted so long. We started in winter, and now it's spring. I'm not saying anything about the polar seasons here. It's just we started this lockdown in winter, and now it's spring. Sorry, Bez.
No worries. So we've got these three games lined up. So with the L deck, we're going to play Giftabell, which is a game about making up fantastical gifts to give to fictional people that I think Tom's played, but I think that Jason will enjoy this. It's all about creativity, and if you are watching, then you can play along with that one. We've got Yogi, which we'll start off with, and everyone should have their own deck of cards. It doesn't matter what your cards are, but you need to have a deck of some cards near you. Does everyone have that?
Yogi?
Yes.
Yeah, not the Yogi cards, you just need to have some cards. And we are going to play Wits and Wagers, which is, I believe, designed by Dominic Crapuchettes, who is the main person at North Star Games. And Wits and Wagers is an awesome party game, and I am not biased in that I didn't make it or have anything to do with its creation. So, we're going to start off with Yogi. Now, for those who don't know, I think, Chris, you've played this, right?
If I have, it's been quite a while, so why don't we just start let's pretend I haven't actually.
And there's a couple of people watching, so I'll explain it to them as well. So, for those who don't know this game, and if you're watching, you can get your own deck of cards. It doesn't matter what cards you get, just have a deck of cards, and you can play along. I will tell you what it means. Every turn, everyone is going to draw one of the top cards of their deck. And I will do the same. And I have the deck of Yogi. And you'll have instructions, which I will tell you what the instruction is. For example, right hand above right elbow. And you will see how crazy it gets. We'll start off with that. Everyone, are you ready?
As ready as you ever are,
sure.
Yogi.
Okay. Draw a card. And it is indeed right hand above right elbow.
Oh boy.
So just keep your right hand above your right elbow at all times. If you ever stop doing this, then you lose. Now draw your next card. And this card is got to be touching your left elbow. So you can put it in the crook like that. Little bits of it needs to be visible. Draw your next card. Oh, it's an orange one. This card between chin and chest. So you need to keep it there somehow. Okay. Draw your next card, everyone. And it's this card touching neck.
What?
This card touching neck.
What?
So... Next cards. Draw your next cards if you can. Seems to be struggling. And it's this card on right forearm.
What? Which one to be right? Hang on.
Okay. And keep it touching your right forearm. Ooh, draw a card.
Oh no!
I think Tom and Jason have lost. Chris, are you still in?
Oh, no.
Yes,
My poor kitty cat.
Discard on left forearm.
there it goes.
Wait, did you lose, Chris?
I did. It fell out.
I won!
Ah.
Yay!
Oh, there we go again. You winning at your own game.
Anyone think you've played these plenty of
I think I
times?
was getting a bit clarity. I look like a stern priest. I don't know.
Okay.
I am going to actually go and get my Yogi cards because I am not breaking my kitty cataclysm.
Okay. Yeah, and Yogi
Back
is
into-
pretty indestructible. So, we're going to go with... We'll try a couple more rounds, so everyone stretch. Don't do yourself an injury. It's important to stretch. I mean, honestly, I did a bit of, physical exercise in the morning. I did some hula hooping. But this is as much exercise as I've been getting all afternoon.
Oh. Poor
Okay.
thing.
So, stretch the legs. Okay. Mina, my housemate's got a bit bored, so I don't know if you can see that. But
Oh, nice.
did my
Got some
nails,
nails done.
and a lot
Nice.
very arty.
Very multicolored.
Yeah, it's like Vasily Kandinsky almost.
Not
Very
really
nice.
going for.
So, Jason's back. So now we can start round 2.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Is everyone ready?
I am
Yes.
3, 2.
Draw your cards.
Red.
And it's this card on middle finger. Okay, draw your next cards. Left wristband. Now draw card number 3. Right wristband.
Oh, you're kidding me! That's actually
come
what I
on.
picked up.
Let's set these up.
I picked it up as well.
Okay, it's this one. Left index finger pointing up.
Okay. Doing that anyway.
Index.
Oh.
There.
Wait, how do you point up while your wrist is bent?
Well, by
God,
doing this, I've got it. Check me out.
Didn't say which way to bend the wrist.
Now we're drawing cards. Left pinky pointing down. Remember, it's on the end of the pinky, so
Okay.
Yeah.
have you drawn your next card?
Yes.
Upper teeth visible.
Uh-huh.
Next card.
All right, so.
Left elbow of shoulder.
Oh,
What was that? Look, Laura.
Next card.
Oh, nope. There goes.
Ring finger touching palm.
Ring finger touching song.
Palm. Ring finger touching palm.
Oh, phone.
All right. Okay. That's everything, all right.
Right pinky pointing down.
Okay. I think Chris is out.
I'm out, yeah.
And right elbow touching torso. Okay.
What?
This one's all right.
One finger touching chin.
Oh. One finger touching chin.
Next card. Have anyone drawn the next card?
Uh-huh.
It's 2 hands touching.
Okay.
Draw your
Yeah.
next card.
Hang on.
And it's right thumb pointing down.
Done.
Down.
down. Right index finger touching nothing.
Oh, that's the one about touching my chin. Oh, no.
What?
Okay, can you draw your next card?
Oh, I can't. Hang on. Oh, no, I can't. I couldn't do the thing being down and touching my chin.
What the hell?
The next card is 2 arms touching. Arms.
2 arms touching.
Oh.
Oh,
Go on, Jason.
and then next card. Right. Oh shit.
I touched my thing. My
Yes, I beat Bez for the first time.
oh man. And we're joined now by James. Hello, James.
Hello, folks. You all right?
Hey.
I very much
Shall we
enjoyed
have
your
one-
very much
One
enjoyed the Yogi
final
there.
game
I mean, that
of
was
Yogi.
a brilliant effort there by Jason there to, and
Or
you can see
shall-
the pure joy in Jason's face as you beat Bez there.
What's this? 4 or 5 years I've been playing this game or variation thereon.
That sounds
First
about
time
right.
First time I've beat Bez.
Oh, yeah. Well, those were some good games. So I think we might as well just move on to Wits and Wagers.
All right.
Oh, it feels weird now.
So can everyone mention something that's recently they're grateful for or happy for that they've enjoyed recently?
Should we go in order from the? So it's
Tom.
Paula made some lovely homemade scones. It's
All right.
always food based. I don't know. Potato scones. They're just sort of nice and salty.
Right.
I can't
That's a lovely thing, and
Cheers.
yeah, also when it's freshly baked, it's all the better, and when it's baked with love, it's better yet.
Yes.
Jason, what's your happiness or gratitude that you'd like to express?
honestly, the most grateful thing I am is that my husband still continues to be joyful in this time. He's working while he's working and in the kitchen, and no less. Which is stressful at the best of times.
Yeah, it really is. Chris?
I would say that I'm thankful for my wife. I'm thankful that the creative juices have continued to flow. I'm thankful that some countries are taking things more seriously, and that I'm safe. I'm happy. I'm doing what I can to stay both of those. So,
James, anything you can express
I'm going
gratitude
to carry
for?
on the foodie sort of foodie thing. I had a lovely bit of lamb steak earlier and a massive yellow courgette,
Yellow
which
courgettes.
it was almost rude in its appearance, and I really enjoyed that.
And I've had some very nice yogurts, some coconut yogurts, no less.
Ooh, you
And
can't beat a
so-
nice bit of yogurt.
I'm actually going to do a big shop tomorrow, not been to the shops for a wee bit. But yeah, I'm happy that there is good food, that there is food available, that there's not a food shortage, that we do have a whole system to get food to us, that farmers and supermarket people are continuing to work, and that also I've got some frozen meals in the freezer, like that I home cooked earlier.
Ragu de legumes, by any chance?
Indeed, it is a vegetable stew. So, setting aside le ragout de legumes and other things, Who knows how to play Wits and Wagers?
Never
Oh, I've
played
played
it.
this one before, no.
So, I'm going to claim red as my color.
Blue.
Yellow.
Tom is
What's
yellow.
left?
Who's blue?
Chris.
Chris is blue.
This-
Jason, so there's purple, green, and orange.
Oh,
Purple.
purple, please. Oh,
Yeah.
So
you can have purple.
Right then.
purple to James, and
I'll have orange.
okay.
Match my hair.
So what's going to happen is I will read out a question. For example, so some of them are a bit US-centric, so I will just skip them until I get... Okay, in what year was a vaccination first discovered for smallpox? Now, none of us know the exact number, and like
1917,
honor system, don't be looking it up
I'll
online.
Google it.
1904.
So, in your, when was the vaccination discovered? And let's say, let's have an example round. So I have no idea when the vaccination was. I'm going to say 1850. What are you going to say, Tom?
I was going to go around there. I'll go 1872.
Okay, Jason?
Feels right, and I don't want to guess the same.
1871 would be a sound guess in that case, because you try to be the closest without going over. So if it's anywhere less than 1872...
I'm going to go for 1867.
Chris?
Don't think that's
I
right.
think you guys are all rather early there. I'm going to guess
Yeah.
1909.
And James?
I mean, I think
In what year
I
was
think
a
it's probably later than
vaccination
that.
first discovered for smallpox? So what's your guess?
I think I'm wrong.
If you think it's any later than 1909, you should guess 1910.
1910.
Oh,
Okay, and
It feels like
earlier.
something. This feels like something I know, but when someone asks you, I don't know.
I don't know whether they
it was
invented
Edward
vaccines
Jenner.
that early. Did they?
Edward Jenner was the first vaccine. I think it was smallpox. So it
Yeah,
might
it
have been
was
earlier, like 1790.
I was thinking
or
like
something.
1950 something. I don't know.
so let's see if this works. Oh,
Nearly.
So nearly.
Blue tack. You need to put some blue tack.
maybe if I put them on their side. 1910. So now what's going to happen is, hopefully you can see that.
No, can you make your screen bigger, please, Bez?
Big yourself up.
Okay, so this is one of those things where maybe I need to have so I'll hold this on the side. Can you read those numbers? I know they're on their side.
Yeah, that's what we
Just
just heard.
about.
So basically now what everyone needs to do is, on the count of 3, everyone will be voting for which one they think is the closest without going over. So in what year was the vaccine invented for smallpox?
Right.
Yellow.
So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, blue.
Yellow.
blue.
One. Whatever that is. Is that red? Yeah, red.
And we're going to have wager chips. So Jason, who is orange, has said yellow. Tom has said red, which was 1850. I said
Yep.
blue. What did James say?
Purple.
You vote on yourself. And who are we missing? Blue. Chris.
Yeah, I voted for myself.
Okay,
For blue.
and the actual answer, in what year was a vaccination first discovered for smallpox, is 1796.
Oh, what? That's earlier than I thought it was.
We
So-
all lost there.
Wow.
Wow.
So basically,
You
we're
think
going
being
to
odd?
play...
You think You think being autistic, I'll be read up on my vaccine history?
No, not necessarily.
I'm just going to make a note of the points, and we'll just carry on with that as the first round. Then we'll play through a bunch of rounds, and people will acquire more points, and the game will carry on.
How does point scoring work on that?
So, normally for Wits and Wagers, just to let people know, you have this where you get this is classic Wits and Wagers, where the middle ones you get fewer points, for the outside ones you get more points, and then they had Wits and Wagers Party that reinvented it, and then Wits and Wagers Vegas. But we're just going to simplify it because we're a bit hemmed in by what we have at our disposal. It's going to be 1 point for writing the correct answer and 1 point for guessing on it. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So you got a point for being closest, and I got a point for picking that you were closest.
Yes.
Right.
I didn't have enough faith in myself. I should have had more faith. But from now on, from second round onwards, shall we go with the double wager where you can bid on 2 things?
Sure.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Okay, so Bez, who's red, has 1. Tom, who's yellow, has 1. Jason, who's orange,
Yep, orange.
has nothing yet. Chris, blue, has nothing yet. And James, purple, has nothing yet. And so now you have a vague idea of how the game works, and hopefully it will get a bit smoother as we go on, because we're all learning how to adapt this to the medium of video conferencing.
Mm-hmm.
So, second round. Okay, in dollars, what were Microsoft's 2006 revenues?
Oh, come on, mate.
2006 revenue.
Yeah.
Okay,
Who knows
so that
that?
was between a weird era. That was after XP, but before Vista mucked things up.
All right.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
we're going to normally with the game it's done simultaneously with everyone writing, but we'll just go round from Jason this time.
I'm going to say 17 million.
17 million.
So their revenue. Oh no.
Okay,
If you want, go ahead.
okay, Chris. Oh,
I'm gonna say 5 billion. B with the B.
B. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Are we converting?
I mean, there's
This is
another
back when
difference between the British
$5 billion
pound and the American dollar right now. It's okay.
It's about the same.
okay, so James, how many dollars do you think Microsoft's revenues in 2006?
I'd say 750 million.
750 million.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 2 billion.
No, way off.
And Tom?
486 billion.
86 billion.
Wow.
486.
Yes, 486 billion. I mean, the highest thus far was 5 billion.
Oh yeah. So maybe 5 billion and 1 would have been more sensible.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side. Whoops.
Yeah, way off to the side. Yeah.
Hopefully, if I tilt this down, you can see it. And so we'll start in reverse order. Voting on a thing. Tom.
Yeah. I'll go 5 billion.
Wait,
Whatever,
did I
we'll call
use
that
the
one.
right colours?
No, I think you got blue and red confused there.
Oh, I'm yellow, so yes. So
Oh.
yeah.
Sorry about this, James. Sorry about this, everyone. This is
No
what we
worries.
call an amazingly professional setup, where nothing ever goes wrong, and I always know what I'm doing, because that's just the way it is.
What you're doing is demonstrating how one would adapt to the scenario.
Mhm.
Exactly. So
Okay,
here. No worries.
so
A script. That's why.
yes, Tom, puts a chip on someone.
Whatever the 5 billion colour is, I'm not sure.
Think that was me.
Okay. I've got faith in you, Bez. I keep on going for yours.
I'm going to put. This was me, right, Chris? 5 billion.
No, that was the 5 billion was me. I think you said 750.
No, you said 2.
I said
I think.
750.
Oh, God.
Bay said 2.
Okay, I said 5.
Okay, I don't have faith in Bez. I've got faith in Chris.
Oh, how fickle you are. You just love the numbers, not the person. That's totally fair. Okay, so I'm going to bet on myself. We've got James, who's purple. Are you betting on yourself or someone else?
I don't know. What's the smallest one again?
17
3
million.
million. That was me not converting from the different millions.
17 million, 750 million, 2 billion, 5 billion, 486 billion. How
I'll go for
much?
2 then. I'll go for 2 billion, yeah.
I'll go 486. It's fine.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And then we've got Jason.
5.
Sorry, Chris.
I'll put one on the 2 billion and one on the 5 billion.
Oh yeah, we're doing double.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You did it. And Jason.
I'll go for the 5 and the 750 million.
And
Oh, in that case, can I split my tokens too?
yes, everyone can split. So I was going to go twice round, but maybe once round is faster. I'm going to put my other one on 2 billion all in. I'm going to have faith in myself.
I'm going to put my other one on 486 billion.
Okay. And
Something says that you maybe know.
what's your other one going on, James?
I'll put it on 750.
750. Okay, so now we find out in
Who was the
dollars
least
what
wrong?
were Microsoft's 2006 revenues, and it was 44.282 billion.
Oh.
So basically, Tom gets 2 points. Everyone else gets
I went too
nothing.
far.
Oh no,
I went
wait.
too far.
Wait,
Oh
what
yeah,
is it now?
sorry. You're right.
So 5
Thank
is...
you for correcting me. So the people who actually went for 5 billion, and I've moved a box, so Chris gets points for being blue. Who else voted for blue? I think it was yellow for Tom,
I had one vote for blue.
orange and blue, and I think I did as well.
I should have gone 5 billion and 1.
But you didn't. Could have you? Maybe you would next time. Okay, question 3. What year did Sesame Street first air?
Oh, I know this one. I know this one.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, you
no.
don't need to tell everyone. So, but we'll start with Chris.
Right. I'm gonna guess 1967.
1967.
A total guess.
For Chris. And what are you saying, James? Purple.
It was something 9.
Well, coming from I know this one to saying it's something 9, that's a bit of a...
No, I've got it written down
Okay,
somewhere.
you can't go consulting your notes. You can't go looking on the internet. You need to give us an answer right now, James. 89, 79, it's your pick.
I think it was 1969.
Okay. I'm going to... Because of the format, shall we disallow repeats?
Yeah.
Or am I allowed to repeat?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
repeat if you like.
No, you can't
mean,
repeat. No, you can't just
I'd
copy
say,
my numbers.
I'd say no repeats because then you just vote on that one anyway.
Okay, let's go. I'm going to go 1970. Tom.
I've got a question for you, Bez. What colour was Oscar the Grouch in the original Sesame Street?
Was it in black and
Blue?
Was
No.
it purple?
No,
Is it red?
no.
Red and yellow and pink and
Black?
He was orange.
Okay.
There you are.
So yeah,
Trivia for you.
Tom. But what
Right.
year did Sesame Street start?
1972.
1972.
you've literally just named mine.
And Jason.
I'm going to go with 1973. I know it's not right.
And if anyone in the comments wants to join in, we would have a grey sheet, but you have to pipe up right now. But although having said that, then it would be even harder for me to do this bit, where I'm
Yeah.
already struggling to hold everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Maybe I can hold up one.
Let me try and move this. Does that improve things at all?
Move it down to Sesame Street.
Okay, so we'll start in reverse order. Who was last?
I think that might be me.
Okay, so place both your chips. Orange.
No, I'd like to post them both on purple, please.
Okay. Tom.
I'll put one on 1970 and one on 69.
Okay. I will follow the same as... I'm just going to have faith in James, or am I? Yeah, I'm going to have faith in James. James, are you having faith in yourself?
No. So I can't, because the thing is, right?
Oh, for goodness sake.
The thing is, right? What I knew was it was the anniversary of Oscar the Grouch. And I can't remember whether it was this year or last year. And he was the first character in Sesame Street.
But he was the first. Was he created before Sesame Street was created? No.
No, he was one of the first characters. He was one of the first.
So you've got to make a choice, James. Where are you putting your tokens?
Okay,
But I can't remember whether it was. I'm going to put one on 70 and one on 69.
Okay.
I mean,
And
considering...
Chris.
Go on, Chris.
Do we put one on Actually, no. Put one on 67 and one on 73.
Okay.
Woo.
And the answer is... If I just grab... It's... Sesame Street has won 109 Emmy Awards. But that's beside the point. It's actually started in 1969.
Oh, wow.
See, that was
So-
my first guess, and then you stole it, James, because I knew...
That means
I was
that...
basing it off all the Facebook posts too, because I thought, well, it wasn't this year because this year's been brought with basically the unnamed, the virus that shall remain unnamed.
No,
I just saw a lot of
let's
Sesame
not pull a
Street.
Voldemort. I mean, there's the whole thing that naming it, you can't do. Oh, that.
I
should
can't be
not
bothered to
named.
list it. My OCD, I have to list every single name it's named by. So I'm just
Yeah, it was last year because it was the anniversary of the guy who created. I think because the guy who created Oscar the Grouch died the same year.
yeah. And it's also the same year I discovered that they I don't think it was this last year they went to, but in the certainly the last few years, they moved to a pay channel. It's no longer free to access.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, so I managed to get to the lead somehow, with 4 points. Chris and James are on 2 points, And Tom and Jason are on 3 points. So it's very close. Now, Russia is the world's largest country. What percentage of the world's total land area does Russia make up? And that's according to the US Census Bureau
Well, they're going to undermine,
International
aren't they?
Database. So there's absolutely no bias there.
They're going to say like 3%.
So who started last time? I think it was
I did.
Chris. And
Yeah.
so James starts us off.
The world's largest country.
It's kind of
But by landmass, what percentage of Russia's landmass constitutes the world's landmass?
No, what percentage of the world's land mass is Russia?
8%.
8
Okay, sorry.
0.
8%.
8%, okay. And you are purple, okay.
Now, are we talking above sea or land in general?
Land, not the sea.
Okay.
Oh, including the moon and the other bits that they claimed, you know.
No, of the earth.
Did Russia claim
goodness
the
Mine
moon?
was related to Earth.
Not the North Pole. Haven't they claimed North Pole as well?
No land mass in the North Pole. It's all sea.
I'm going to go for 6.
Crimea. You can include Crimea for an extra result.
Tom,
Is that still Ukraine? I'm going 7.2%.
7.2.
Hence the percentages now, huh?
Uh-huh. Just to make it
Jason.
sound more convincing.
13%.
13. And finally, Chris.
14%.
And so we've got to
The
decide.
words I want to say to you, but I want to keep it family friendly.
I do appreciate the little bits of restraints, Jason. So, if we tilt it down, starting in reverse turn order with Chris.
Right. Okay.
What are those
I'm gonna
numbers
put
then?
one on 8 and one on 14.
So we've got 6%, 7.2, 8, 13, and 14%. For how much of the world's land mass is Russia? Jason.
I'm going to put 1 on 13 and 1 on 7.2. Because I'm not sure
Okay.
how much is ice.
I'm gonna be confident in myself. Both on 7.2. Definitely right.
Ooh.
Nice. Well, I'm
Possibly
going to
not.
be confident in myself on 8%. Oh, I don't know. I'm going for it. 8%. And finally, James.
1 on 6, 1 on 8, please.
Okay. Actually, that wasn't confidence in myself. That was confidence in James.
Yep.
And the real answer is that Russia is larger than South America, which is quite crazy, just to put it into perspective. And it's
stupidly big.
13%.
13!
13% exactly. So the only person who got points
Ooh.
was orange, which means that
Well
Jason
played.
has now jumped into the lead with 5
I
points.
knew my YouTube procrastination would come in useful someday.
Nice work.
Did you know that?
I had a very strong inclination because I watch a lot of nerdy map history videos and how the world changed and stuff. I'm not into history buff really. I'm just fascinated by statistics.
Interesting.
That's okay. It's paid off here. Well done.
Yeah, well done.
Although when you said 7.2, I thought maybe they're not counting ice.
The extra level of accuracy just makes it sound much more convincing, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't have believed it if I'd said 7, but 7.2, maybe.
Yeah, maybe you do know.
I don't know.
The next question. Oof. In what year was a motion picture with sound first shown to the public? So what year was the first talkie, as I believe they called them? And
Oh man, you're making me feel so young right now. I love it.
I know it's early. I know it's earlier than people think it is. I know that much.
I think it's my turn to start.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. I think it. Well, goodness. I'm going to say 1926. Tom.
1920. Okay.
I'm going 1920.
So Tom, who's yellow, is 1920 for the first motion picture with sound.
Oh yes,
Jason.
And the question is, what are they classed as motion picture? An actual picture with motion, or a motion picture as in the generic term? I'm presuming the generic term, so it wouldn't be 1900 something when it was actually first shown.
Hold up a picture moving around.
Yeah, I'm gonna go roughly in the middle and say 1910.
1910. That's not in the middle. That's way before either of us. Chris.
You just got me thinking here. I'm gonna guess a little wild here. I'm gonna say 1880.
Ooh.
1880. Wow.
Yeah, I know. Because I know there was experimentations all the way
Yeah.
to the 1800s, and there was definitely a success in the late 1880s, but I don't think it was publicly shown.
Yeah.
The question is,
the term motion picture
the
could be
first
broadly interpreted.
Exactly. I may be overthinking it.
I assume it's talking about, a cinema,
A movie. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
I'm assuming as much as well.
a film.
In case
Sorry,
I'm-
what? I've lost the
What year
thing.
was a motion picture with sound first shown to the public, James?
What numbers have we had so far?
1880, 1910, 1920, 1926.
I'm going to go for 1909.
1909. Okay. And so we're going to have a bit of That's the Wits section, and now we're going to go to the wagering.
Dramatic lighting.
So let's go in reverse turn order from who was last? James.
I'll have one on 1909 and one on 1910, please.
1909 and 1910. Okay. Next is Chris.
I'll put one on my own answer, 1880, and one on 1910.
Okay.
I love the confidence, guys. I think it's brilliant.
Jason.
I'm always surprised by these answers.
I'm going to put 1910.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Wow.
Doesn't necessarily mean I think I'm 100% right.
Tom.
Just think it's near
Now, I think
1920.
1920 was when the first commercial thing was released, the jazz thing with Al Jolson. But was there like a proof of concept thing before that, is the thing? So I'll put one on 1910 and one on 1920.
I will follow suit. And now for the grand reveal. And just to let you know, in 1927, The Jazz Singer became the first feature film with talking, but the actual answer is 1923.
Whoa!
Oh,
So it wasn't a feature film, but it was 1923. So that means that Tom gets 2 points and I get 1.
Yes, I thought The Jazz Singer was 1920, and that's what I was going for, but I got the year wrong for that as well, and it wasn't even the right answer. So.
Time
Anyway.
is a strange concept while you only see the four walls.
Yeah.
So we're going into the final round, and we'll have double points for this one, because why not?
All right.
And so myself, Tom, and Jason are neck and neck with 5 points, whereas Chris and James are slightly in the back.
This is the game where the fewest points wins, right? This is like golf, right? Yes? No?
Not quite.
This isn't
So-
QI.
Let's find something. Oh. All of these are quite US-centric. So, actually, why not? In 2006, how many knives were discovered during US airport passenger screenings?
Oh, God.
So,
Nice.
For the record, as an American, I do not have an advantage here. I've lived outside the U.S. for over a decade now, so I do not have an advantage
Nice,
on
not
these
guns.
Americanism sort of question.
You might have done more traveling recently. So.
Yes,
for
but
this final round, we're going
not through the U.S. and not voluntarily through the U.S.
We'll go with Tom first.
What was the year again?
2006.
2006, right. In that case,
Yeah, well, it's only going to, or in that case, you know the answer because you know how many it was in 2020. So in 2006.
2006, yes. I'm going to go for 10,827.
10,000.
Don't play us with that psychology game.
127. Jason.
Exactly right, yeah.
This point you didn't put a decimal point after that. I only found half a knife.
No, only round. Okay, Jason.
So what was your number? 10,000 something.
Something.
Yeah, 827.
10,827.
10,827. I'm actually going to go for 13,526.
Okay,
I believe you.
Chris Backey. Okay.
Let's say 25,000.
We might be all off
Is
by
that it? 25,000. No 100.
25,000.
Okay.
No. You guys are cute though, playing this.
James.
50,000.
Oh, I've no idea. I'm going to go with. I mean, like, if they found, let's say, 100 a day, that would only be 3,000. I'm going to guess.
Remember, that's a lot of.
I'm going to guess you
There's a lot
all
of
went
airports
over,
here, so.
and I'm going to guess 1.
Okay.
100 a day
basically
is
banking.
30,000.
Because it's the highest without going over, remember.
Yeah.
So
It's
if
gonna be
it's
pretty
less than 10,827, then 1 will be correct. Now, in reverse turn order, hopefully we can get that in the camera. I will guess on. I'll guess on 1.
Going
for
in, are you?
How many points are we having? That we can.
Double points.
So it's
Potentially 6 points to be won here.
Yeah. James.
I'll put everything on 50,000.
Okay.
brave.
Chris.
I'm going to put both on mine. 50,000.
You mean 25?
Oh, no, 20. One on 25, one on 50.
Okay. Jason.
I'm going to go all on mine because I'm stubborn.
And Tom. Are you going to break the trend, or are you going to go all on yours?
I'm going to put 1 on 25 and 1 on 13,526.
Okay. Andy, it might interest you to say that in 2006, 13.7 million prohibited items were prevented from coming on board airplanes. And the actual answer is 1,607,100.
Oh, wait.
Whoa!
So
The knives.
yeah, so basically, wow, that is crazy.
Wow.
I was thinking million in the minutes. I went, no, that can't be right. I'm gonna go 100,000.
James gets 6 points, Chris gets 2 points, and that puts James in first place. James wins
Wow. Yeah.
because we
Oh, we
all
won in busy
underestimated how many knives the Americans would have. Even the American amongst us just underestimated that.
It could be one knife a million times. I mean,
Like to
Yeah,
say,
but they have a heck of a lot of flights, don't they? They've got a massive amount of flights every day.
they do.
that is actually true. I was probably
We've got a lot of internals.
low even for one airport.
Well, 100 a day is 30,000, isn't it? So,
Yeah, but you have to remember the U.S. has a lot of airports, and 30. Yeah, I mean, to even like 20 or 30 big ones, combined with millions of passengers that fly through them every week. You also have to remember in the U.S. there's a lot of idiots. So yeah.
okay. Thank you, Bez.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's the end of Wits and Wagers, and I think that we're going to start up Giftable for those of us who want to stick around. But I know, Chris Bucky, you have to skedaddle.
Yeah, I need to get going here, guys. Thank you
But
so much for the
before you
game.
Skedaddle, let us know something that you're looking forward to in the next 2 days.
Play testing some games. Hopefully spending some time with my wife, doing some yoga. Sleeping in tomorrow, honestly. Always
Awesome.
fun. So, all right,
Well,
guys. Have a great
It was
day.
lovely to see you.
Bye.
Bye for now.
You too, Beth.
Pleasure
Take
meeting you.
care.
And everyone else, give us something that you're looking forward to. I am looking forward to actually also playtesting tomorrow because Playtest UK normally has a thing at Royal Festival Hall, South Bank Centre, and during this time we're doing it via Zoom video conferencing. And last time actually James was there. I don't know if you want to join us again, James. But yeah, that's the thing that we're doing again. And so that's the thing I'm looking forward to. How about you, Tom?
I am looking forward to sleeping in tomorrow because I've had to get up early all week. Yes.
Jason?
I'm looking forward to the household. I don't care if I say this because it is a family, but a household barbecue on Saturday.
Nice. And James?
Well, everyone's talking about having a lie-in, but I mean, to be honest with you, who hasn't been having a lie-in for the past 2 weeks?
I've been at work.
Solidly every day.
I've had to take Michael to work for 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. I could treat myself to a lie-in tomorrow, but then that just become boring, wouldn't it? I think I'm going to make myself a roast turkey tomorrow.
Oh,
Because I've got nothing else to do.
It's kind of like Christmas
think
at the moment. Anyway.
what a twist on the Easter thing.
Yeah,
Do you
exactly.
think you might join us for playtesting? Or
Yeah, why not? I enjoyed it last time.
Yay. So
We played, what did we play? We played an ice cream game, didn't we?
yeah, we played all sorts, and if anyone else wants to join up, like at some point, hopefully we will have to work out how to split up into multiple rooms. And, you know, it's a position where I was saying to someone else that the Royal Festival Hall, it took us like a year and a half to work out exactly what format it should be in. And now we're having to work out the format really quickly for this one. And
Do you think it'll be the same games that they bought last time and they just tweaked them a bit more? Or do you think it'll be new things completely?
it'll be different from different people. For some people will bring the same things. Myself, I might experiment with the co-op game. We played a co-op game with the L deck, but sometimes it's just trying out something and seeing if there's anything there at all. But
because I'll say what I found amazing is just seeing the evolution of these games, how week by week, or tweak by tweak, even it is. I mean, a massive evolution, and the thing that you started off with on day one, by the time you go through all those play tests, it's a completely different game, isn't it?
yeah, because James was around from the start. Were you around from the first Tuesday straight after Aircon, Tom? I feel like you might have been, but basically we played what eventually became 3mil, and shrinking it down to just 1, 2, and 3 letter words. Now it's actually a game that I'm really proud of, and it all started thanks to Sally. But let's talk about Giftabell, which we're just about to start. Now, James has played it, Tom has played it, Jason hasn't played this.
Have
you
not
heard
played
of it?
You spoke
fun,
about
man. I like
it
this one.
recently.
Okay, so the way that this one works is that I will be the first judge. We'll shuffle the deck, and then we don't need to shuffle it again. I first start off choosing the name of a person. And this person is going to be T. So it's spelt T-E-A. That is their name. So now I need to think of a job for T, beginning with one of these 2 letters. And T is like a dustbin lady. Dustbin person, kind of going off, putting in the recycling or whatever.
Key worker.
Pardon?
A
Key worker. Exactly. Very important in this day and age.
Refuse collector, is it that?
Yes.
Recycling refuse.
But that doesn't quite fit in with the letters. You're allowed to fudge it a little bit. Now, if you can all see, we've got one card with an O and an H, another card with an S and an X. You've got to think of a 2-word gift for T, the dustbin person. And it could be, you've got to have one of your words starting with one of these letters, one of your words starting with one of these letters, in any order. Does that make sense, Jason?
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, and once you've thought of something, stick up your hand. Okay, Jason's got something. Has anyone else got...
Do we say it? I thought.
No, you don't say it yet.
Okay.
Tom, James, have you got anything?
Is it 2? Is it 1 word if it's hyphenated?
I'll be liberal. If it's a hyphenated word and you want to count that as 2 words or 1 word, I'll be quite liberal with that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a hyphenated word then.
Okay, so we're ready. So Jason, tell me your thing and explain why it's a brilliant gift.
A hyperactive Xerox is a very brilliant gift because it just keeps going and does the job for you. All I know is it's been hours scanning in and scanning. So having one that's really hyperactive and really on the ball and really just wants to get us done now, it just keeps going and does it for you.
Nice. And James, what's your present?
Well, of course, being a refuse collector at this time is a very difficult and challenging job. So my gift to them would be to have self-sanitized handles for every dustbin in the street, so that they don't have to worry about these catching any germs off these bins because they'd already be self-sanitized.
And Tom, did you have anything?
I'm going to get some scented overalls, so no matter what she's collecting in the bins, she's going to smell lovely all the time.
I do like that gift a lot, Tom, but I think I'm going to have to give it to James.
Ooh.
So now, James, think of a name.
Oh, Eugene, beginning with E.
Eugene. And what is Eugene's job?
Eugene is a lavatory cleaner.
Lavatory cleaner. And these are our 2 cards to make a gift for Eugene. Okay. So as soon as 2 people have a thing, which has happened, James, you start calling upon people.
All right, I'm going to start with Tom, please.
Okay. Laboratory cleaner would have their job revolutionized, speeding up everything if they had a wee vacuum.
What, a small vacuum or a vacuum just for wee?
A vacuum just for wee. It's a wee vacuum.
Okay.
I mean, it could be small as well. I mean, you know, it could work both ways.
Wee vacuum.
A wee
Okay.
vacuum.
And Biz, please.
Well, I was thinking that's what they really want, again, in this day and age, is virus-repelling washrooms.
Okay. And Jason, please.
I had nothing.
Okay.
You got nothing at all, no?
Nothing
That's
at
fine.
all.
Nothing. Oh dear. Okay, so it's between virus-repelling washrooms and a wee vacuum. I'm just not sure. I mean, I like the idea of a wee vacuum. I just don't know how that would physically work because it's water, isn't it? And you can't vacuum water.
Well,
Whereas
if you
a
had
virus-repelling washroom, clearly we all know the science behind that. I mean, why haven't
exactly.
scientists
So I'm
done-
going to go for Bez's virus-repelling washroom. I think that's much more sensible.
Okay, and this is going to be
Right.
Anne. I just realised that this card is like Anne Jones from Cards or Die.
Yes.
But this is not going to be that. You know what? This is going to be Anne Jones, like the Anne
Present
Jones
for Anne
that
Jones.
some of us know, who's the board game demonstrator, which is Anne's actual job. They basically go around demonstrating
This
board
is-
games.
Funny this is.
Hmm.
So, Anne Jones, the board game demonstrator, what will you give them? Got some idea from Jason? And oh no, Tom's just stroking their chin.
No, just stroke my beard.
Hmm. Okay, so Anne Jones, Cards or Die. By the way, they got some they made a little T-shirts because it is a really funny. It's a nice pun. Cards or Die. I just noticed it. That's really
is.
okay. Okay,
So funny.
Jason, what's your idea?
A dice counter, which will really speed up demonstrations because it'll just tell you the number straight away, especially with games where you're rolling multiple dice. It won't just it won't just count the numbers; it will tell you whether the attack works or not.
Hmm.
It will differentiate between a D4 and a D12.
So
And what it does
roll
in the game.
stuff, and then the little electronic bits on the side says, "Beep, your attack works." Stuff like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it's travelable, and you know you can adapt it to varying games rather than just say on
Oh yeah, of course.
roll 20 where you've got to set a lot of setup and a button.
Hmm. Tom, did you have any ideas?
Yeah, I'm going to get her a card necklace made by Sally Jones.
Hmm.
We're doing
Card
people
necklace. I like it.
I go quite nicely with the card berets,
made by the Cracking Jones.
card clips.
Yeah.
And James, did you have anything?
Well, I think something that everybody who's trying to get their board games marketed wants is new customers. So I'm going to give them lots of new customers.
Wow. Well, Jason, I like your idea, but what? Sometimes checking the dice, that's part of the fun of it.
Yeah.
And also,
I suppose having to roll 2,000 dice kind of spoiled my love of dice.
and also, it is cards or
Temporary.
die. It's die singular.
Yeah,
And so, appropriately enough, Anne Jones doesn't normally play the kind of miniatures games where there's many dice. Tom, I really liked your suggestion. So it's between your aesthetics or James's practicality. And I think that if we can, I think that new customers would be the best present.
I
definitely.
think you'd appreciate that.
So, James,
You probably already got a card necklace.
Okay. I'm going to go for Lottie.
Lottie.
Lottie, who is a what's the word? Horse trainer.
Lottie, a horse trainer. So we're trying to think of presents for Lottie, the horse trainer, and one of the words needs to start with T or D, and one of the words needs to start with E or W. And we're all thinking of presents suitable for Lottie, the horse trainer.
Okay, we've got 3 hands. So I'm going to start with Jason first, please.
The Equus Tidier, an automatic device that will clean any horse.
Cool.
No need of hassle. Equus Tidier.
And Bez, please.
Well, I was going a bit left field, and thinking that Lottie, the horse trainer, clearly loves animals in general, and what Lottie might want is to branch out and get themselves some turtle warriors. And these turtle warriors could be like little companions, and maybe they could eat pizza together.
Thanks, Bez. Tom, please.
I'm going totally practical because obviously Lottie doesn't like all the shoveling up horse poo, so I'm going to get her some equine diapers.
Diapers. So we have equine diapers from Tom, turtle warriors, and equine tidiers
Equus.
from Jason.
Yeah.
Equus tidiers. Well, I actually quite like the word equus, and so does Lottie. And I think just for the word equus, I think we're going to have Jason.
That's a good reason.
Okay, so Jason.
Ronan.
Ronan, who is?
A farmer.
Ronan the farmer. Lots of very important people. So, one word starts with S or G, one word starts with A or M. Yeah, it's not the best. I've got an idea.
Okay,
Oh,
so I'll go Tom first.
I'm going to get Ronan the farmer these lovely magic seeds that I bought, which I'm assured will grow into a giant beanstalk.
Okay, Bez, you were next.
Well, I was thinking that, modern farming is so much better than subsistence farming. So maybe they would like to, reflect on that and play some sort of board game. In fact, they might want Agricola game, like the game of Agricola.
Okay, and James.
Well, it's a very lonely job doing farming, as we all know. You've got all these massive fields and just you and your tractor all day by yourself. So my gift would be to give them an amorous scarecrow, which would double up as a sex toy when they would need a little bit of comfort. And when it's not being used, it will also be useful for scaring the crows.
There's one way to ruin Wisdom of the odds for creating a kid.
Multi-purpose.
Okay, so Jason.
Bez, yours was a bit stretching it a little bit.
Yeah, the game of Agricola, it was a bit of a stretch. What was Tom's one? Magic seeds?
Magic seeds and amorous scarecrow. Oh, I'm going to have to go with amorous scarecrow.
Nice. So James is doing well.
There's one in the post straight away. Oh, NZ. Zelda.
Zelda. And what is Zelda's profession or vocation?
Zelda is an elf.
Okay. What are we giving Zelda the elf? I mean, are Zelda and Link and other people of Hyrule actually elves?
I don't actually know, but it's the first thing I could think of when I thought of Zelda.
That's totally fair. So you've got to think of a present for Zelda.
One hand.
Oh, no.
Yep.
We've got 2 hands.
Yep.
Okay, so we go for Tom first, please.
Okay, well, I'm assuming Zelda is an elf just over the Christmas period, where she has a part-time job at the mall, helping out Santa. So I'll get her some reindeer crackers.
Oh, that's a really clever one, like that. Okay, Bez, please.
Okay, so sometimes, no matter what species you are, you're just not sure how to go through the world. You're just not sure what to do. And, elves have lived for hundreds of years. They're trying to gain wisdom. In fact, they're trying to gain celestial wisdom. And that's what I would offer as a gift.
Okay, thank you. And Jason, please.
Well, at this time of year, both with the current situation and the fact that it's Easter, Zelda is obviously out of work, considering her main purpose is being an elf. So, just to make sure that things tide over, ready for the next year, I'm going to give her a Christmas raise.
A Christmas raise.
Raise.
Yeah,
Like a
just a
pay
bit
raise.
of money.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. Well, I'm liking the Christmas themes the most, I must say. So we've got reindeer crackers and the Christmas raise.
So not
last time
celestial
I heard
wisdom.
celestial wisdom, but I don't know about that. I think elves are already wise, and I think elves already have plenty of money. So I think they're going to go for the reindeer crackers because they're fun.
So Tom's one. So Tom, who is this?
Duncan.
Duncan, who is a
loafer.
Duncan is a loafer, as in an idle person.
An idle person.
Okay, so what gift do we give Duncan the loafer? It's the Ragu de Legume card.
Okay, I've got one.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's go for James then.
Well, I mean, just because he wants to be a loafer and he doesn't see anything wrong with being a loafer, I would give him a lifetime of unemployment, just to give him what he actually wants.
Yeah. And Bez?
Well, I was thinking that people don't always look up to loafers, so maybe what Duncan wants is some universal respect.
Ooh. Have you got one, Jason?
Well, it is a bit cheeky because I'm going off one of Bez's words, but the most useful thing for any loafer is a universal remote, and one that works because most of them don't work.
I like that. Yeah.
True, they're confusing. That is very handy. Oh, they're all good.
So what does Duncan the loafer want? Is it universal respect? Is it a universal remote? Or is it lifetime of unemployment?
I think Duncan would like a lifetime of unemployment.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to turn my plug on.
Oh.
So, James, it's you again.
Herman.
Herman.
It was on.
Herman is a Frankenstein's monster.
Okay. Herman, who's a mishmash of body parts all literally stitched together and maybe shambling around somewhat.
Right.
Just that, mate.
So what would Herman want? Did Frankenstein ever actually name their monster?
Well,
I have just
technically,
Don't think so, no. Not in the book.
No.
I think I remember someone telling me there was a comic book where the scientist's name was unimportant and they named the monster
Yeah,
Frankenstein.
XKCD.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
We got one yes,
No. Oh, yes.
and two not sure. Okay.
Yeah, I'm struggling a bit with trying to find a gift for this Frankenstein's monster. I mean, what do you give the person who has multiple body parts?
I can think of a couple of letters.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so Jason, please.
Well, straight from the shop of Willy Wonka's long lost twin, the everlasting bolt.
Everlasting bolt. That's very useful. Very
Never
useful
have to
indeed.
twist it tight again.
And Tom, please.
Well, I think since its various body parts stitched together, you could have an alternative body. So maybe for a change, you could try a lizard body.
A lizard
What
body?
body?
Yeah.
A lizard
To
body.
see how
See the
it's been
advantage in that.
Right, time to get my
And Bez,
tinfoil
please.
hat.
Well, I was thinking a little bit similar that, because presumably things can be taken off and put on, what maybe, even though you're just a Frankenstein's monster, maybe you want to look good. Maybe you want some sexy legs. And so, but you don't hit the gym and work out for these sexy legs. It's just, here's some sexy legs. We're going to stitch them on you.
So I like that. I've also got one of my own that I just throw in. Larger brain. Because, if you think someone wants a larger brain. But no, I can't use my own one. So we've got sexy legs. We've got a everlasting bolt. And what was Tom's one again?
lizard body.
A lizard body, of course, yeah. So I think it's between sexy legs and a lizard and a what do you call it? The everlasting bolt, because I think for me that's very practical. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the sexy legs have to have that one. I think.
Yay! My second point. And
Totally
this
agree.
is going to be Yvonne. And Yvonne is a baker. So what will you give Yvonne, who's already a very accomplished baker, but who knows, maybe they want to go a bit further in the world. Maybe I think they're quite happy baking. It's probably passionate. Maybe they started baking when they were 8 years old, and the first thing that they remember baking is Christmas tree cookies, and they put green and red glaze on it. That was how Yvonne got started in all this baking malarkey. And now they are living their dream of being an actual baker. So yeah, Jason's got a present. James has got a present. Okay, Jason.
Well, I've accidentally come up with one that contains all of them, but it does actually only contain 2 technically, and then I realised it depends where you put the hyphen. And it's a non-stick cookie basin. So it's non-stick cookie cutter was my original.
Okay. Nice.
And I'm proper non-stick. Those non-stick pans that say they're non-stick, but the sticker that they put the price on sticks to it, and you can't get
it about this, but Yvonne would know all about it.
Oh yeah. This is a proper universal, brought from the heavens. Never will you have to scrub non-stick cookie cutter, or
you'll just kind of
non-stick
rinse
cookie
it off,
basin.
and all the grease will just fly off.
Yeah, and the cookies won't stick to it when they're coming up,
of course.
they'll muck up the shapes.
So James.
Well, I was thinking, those kids have got those slippers like animals, like fluffy animals,
Oh, yeah.
and they're kind of cute. Well, I was thinking, what could you give a baker? You give them some bread slippers that are shaped like little loaves of bread, and they can walk around the house wearing those, thinking, I'm a baker because I've got my bread slippers on today.
So they're not actually made of bread. They're just.
So what you're saying is you want to
Well,
give
that
them
would be silly,
So
Bez,
what you're
wouldn't it? I
saying
mean,
is
that would just.
Yeah, I mean, for a moment I thought that's what you meant, but.
So what you're
you
saying
just-
is you want to give them a pair of loafers.
Yes, exactly. No, well, there's some slippers that look like they're kind of made out of bread. Yeah. Like
Okay,
bread-shaped
Tom.
slippers.
Oh
Baguette
God, I
slippers,
had something in. I can't remember what it was. I'll give her the award of Champion Baker.
Oh, that's very good.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, I think Yvonne would be very happy to have this award, but I don't think Yvonne would want it as a present. I think Yvonne would want to kind of feel like Dave earned it and that it's not been a gift. I do really like the idea of these bread slippers, because also if they look a bit like a baguette, the white kind of furry bits of the slipper would kind of look like the middle of the baguette. In fact, I'm genuinely surprised that it's not already. I'm sure it must exist already, surely.
99% sure it does exist already.
Like novelty slippers that look kind of like a bit of a baguette with a bit chucked off. But I am most impressed by Jason's amazing magical non-stick cookie basin. I think that is the thing that Yvonne would like the most of all.
I'm just saying, I've just Googled bread slippers. There's loads of pictures.
Are there loads that already exist?
They're amazing. I want some.
Okay, Jason.
So this is Nina.
Nina, and what kind of person is Nina?
And they are a dancer.
Ooh, Nina the dancer. So we've got TC and TG. Ooh, TT. Nina the dancer. What will we offer Nina?
Okay, we've got
Someone's
one.
got an idea.
Okay, I think I've got one. Yeah.
That's two.
Okay, starts us
That's
off.
that. Okay, so I'm going to reverse order. James.
I'm going to give Tina the dancer a gyroscopic tutu, so that they will never have to lose balance again. They'll always know which direction that they're going in when they spin around.
It's constantly spinning.
Tom?
I'm going to get an appointment with a friendly surgeon who will remove the painful toes that she's had and give her new titanium toes. Don't have to worry about listeners ever again.
Do you have one, Bez?
It's not the most exciting, but we're going to go for a golden tiara, just because it's something that you might want to wear on you when you're dancing, and it's going to be really sparkly, and it's not going to be solid gold because then that would be too attractive to thieves, and also a bit too soft.
So it's more golden than gold.
Yeah, but it looks amazing. By the way, this tiara is like it's also
How many
grandiose.
carats is there?
It's also grandiose.
Grandiose. Okay. I am torn between the titanium toes and the gyroscopic tutu. I like the practicality of the gyroscopic tutu, and actually, I'm thinking about the titanium toes. Whilst that would solve the issue with the toe, that would put a lot of strain on the ankles and the foot, and imagine doing those high kicks, how heavy those toes will be. You have to have pretty strong thighs to do that.
It's an experimental technique.
And I do like a good experiment. I'm probably going to go with the gyroscopic tutu because with my minimal experience learning dance, the spin was always the one that made me feel the sickest.
Nice work, James.
That's cool.
Cool.
And James, the penultimate round. Who is this?
Oh, well, we've had Herman, so now we're going to have something else beginning with H. Henry.
Henry?
And Henry is a Morris dancer.
Okay, Henry's a
Dancing.
Morris dancer.
Oh, that's an awful card, isn't it?
What do Morris dancers have?
I don't actually know.
No rhythm.
So we've got one yes from Bez and two from Tom. Okay, we'll go for Tom first, please.
I'm going to give Henry the Morris dancer some relief from the worst part of Morris dancing. I'm going to give him a quiet accordion. Not one of them.
I like that. Okay, and Bez, please.
Well, what everyone wants is just a quality afternoon. So, I want to kind of not just give a physical gift, not just a gift of knowledge, but the gift of time with all your loved ones and the gift of doing exactly what you want to do over a quality afternoon.
Okay. And Jason, please.
I did manage to have one. I'm going to the gift of accuracy, GI. Oh no, gift of no, that's too less on the same card. Gift of intuition, so he knows what the other players are doing, even when they're mucking up their routine. So it looks like it's all planned.
So I think, just coming back, we've got the gift of intuition, we've got the magic. No, we've got a quiet accordion, and what was one again, Bez?
A quality afternoon.
I think for me, I'm going to go for the quiet accordion because you can't have too many musical instruments in your tool bag, and that one sounds like quite an interesting one to have.
Okay, and Tom, see us out with the final round.
Kiki, who is a mesmerist.
Kiki the mesmerist.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between a mesmerist and a hypnotist, Tom?
One's from the 19th century. I don't know.
Okay, so tell us a bit more about Kiki while we're pondering, Tom.
Well, she discovered her amazing talent for hypnotism, or mesmerism, on a school trip where she met a wild donkey who was charging everybody, and she stopped it and put it to sleep, and she realized that she had this gift for hypnotism.
Okay.
She decided to go to mesmerist because it rather than hypnotist because it sounds classier.
Yeah.
It's a tentative finger from Bears.
Yeah.
Definitely got one.
Okay, then. Let's go for James's.
Well, I'm going to give the what did you call her again? Not
Kiki
hypnotist,
the mesmerist.
mesmerist. I give the mesmerist some psychic underwear so that they can read minds at the same time, as well as doing their bits and pieces. It's just magical underpants, really.
Did they actually read minds with their underpants in some way?
Well, it's just a special set of clothes that they can wear, and whenever they wear them, they feel like they can read the minds, maybe more than the actual magic exists.
Right, okay. Fine. Bez.
Okay, well, Kiki's been living older life, helping other people do what they want to do, or telling them, hey, your purpose now is to flap like a chicken or be like a chicken. But what Kiki really wants is their own one purpose.
Yeah, I've got nothing. No, and I had, and then you stole it.
You had psychic underpants, didn't you?
No, I had something like own purpose. I was going around that.
Okay.
So, Tom, I guess you've got to choose between psychic underwear and their one purpose.
Ooh. I mean, psychic underwear does sound like a lovely gift.
At any time of the year, really, yeah.
I think Kiki has been somewhat adrift since her heroics with a donkey. She's been trying to find her one purpose. So yes, I'll go with you.
Yay!
So
Yeah,
she was
well done.
disillusioned with her life.
Yeah, I mean, she just thought she was going to do great things, and she's just entertaining people on Blackpool Pier.
So in case anyone cares, James ended up winning with 5 points. I came second with 3, and Jason and Tom had 2 points each.
Wow, we've never won that game before.
I mean, you've only played it once. So it's not like, I've played. It's not like Jason, where Jason's like, I've been playing this game for like donkey's years for like 5 years, and we have played a few games of Yogi, and you've never beat me. But James, this is like the second game that you've played of this. Saying you've never won it before is not so hard.
Not the longest time.
But,
You're currently
as
the world
always,
champion in Giftabell.
it's been lovely seeing all of you, and to kind of see us out, I think it would be nice if we talked about something that we're hoping for over the next week or however long.
Okay.
I'm going to say I'm hoping that in the house there can be general peace and lack of tension. Just a very small thing, just in my house. I mean, I wish the same for everyone else, but, you know, I'm more bothered about myself because that's the way humans are, let's be honest. But that's my small hope for the next week or so. Do you have any hopes, Tom?
I do. And next week, I don't have any particular commitments, so I'm going to try and get some design work done. I hope to get somewhere with some board game design.
Great. And maybe you can join us on the Friday daytime.
Maybe, is that tomorrow?
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
is
you'd
that
be
next
welcome tomorrow, although it is just via video chat, so your game does need to be
Yeah.
playable via that method. But if there is demand, we'll also start a tabletop simulator for UK folk. Jason, do you have any hopes?
Mine's a little bit self-centered in the actual literal term, not necessarily the selfish term. That I want to get about 1,000 word or equivalent written up into my thesis. So that's either written words or some composition. Hopefully the music box dice piece that I've been screaming at, 'cause I've got 55 pages of 2,510 numbers times 3 to hole punch and dot onto this 10-meter music box, and it was a good idea at the beginning. And now it's just taking forever.
And finally, James.
How PG is this video, by the way?
I would like it to be I'd like it to be relatively
safe for work,
PG. Yeah.
So I can't tell you what I'm really hoping for. I can tell you that maybe afterwards, but maybe we can talk about things. I'm just hoping to sort of that my friends are doing all right and everyone's safe and healthy and getting through things all right. I want to hope that that we can sort of keep in touch and hopefully see each other again soon. And then, but at home, I'm just hoping to get through Easter with some nice food and that my plants are growing well. And I've seen some nice new green shoots springing out, which is quite exciting.
Oh, that's been some lovely hopes for growth, for getting a bunch of words done, for making games, and for peace. And I hope that everyone watching, I hope that you all have a good Easter, if that's something that means anything to you. I hope that you have a good day, whatever day or night or whatever it is. I hope that you find your own joy and your own things that you enjoy, whether that's, frankly, I've said to lots of people that this is, I would say, 15-20% self-promotion, 80% just my own. You know, it's good to see other people's faces. And I've been doing a lot of gaming recently with my dad. We played on, I think it was Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And then we're playing again on Saturday. And today we played my dad, my mum, and one of my siblings. And it's a time when, even though we're apart, we can connect and we can have good times. But if you're watching, it's difficult times, but I hope you make the best of it and still find some joy in life.
Can I actually I've got a little boredom buster tip for those who are getting a bit bored with the monotonous watching Netflix / Disney Plus or whatever, and then reading or sitting trying to catch up with emails.
Sure.
Write down a list of things that add up to a number on a dice. That could be a 6-sided dice, a 20-sided dice, 120. It doesn't matter. Write down that list of things things you'd like to do or things you need to be done, and roll that dice and do that task or do that activity, because it either you'll get it and you'll do it and you'll learn you enjoyed that or you didn't, or you'll roll the dice and then you'll be disappointed and then that's not what you really want to do.
It's a nice idea. Tom, James, do you have any messages for anyone watching?
Nope.
Hello, Mum.
Oh, bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.